Hey guys, this is a video on how to install the IMS Baja racing kit. This is a California model XR650L 2004, so it has a few extra pieces on it. You'll probably want to start off by taking off at least the side panel that covers up the airbox and the wings if you still have the OEM tank. I actually took off the seat and took off the tank since I'll just be changing it out for the Clark anyway. So it makes it a little bit easier to get to the different pieces, especially the oil separator. So what we have is, this is the charcoal canister. In the IMS instructions and on the 4-strokes online instructions, it shows this piece over here as the charcoal canister, even though that's incorrect. That's actually the oil separator. And after talking with a bunch of guys online, we're going to leave that on there. Most people seem to be leaving that on. So otherwise, here's a charcoal canister right here. We'll be taking that off. We'll be taking off the pump with the vent lines that are in the front here, front of the engine right there, and on the other side. And we'll be taking off the diaphragm, which is right there. So first thing we'll be removing is the charcoal canister. There's two 10mm bolts and two 12mm bolts for the bracket under the frame. There's various hoses. This hose goes to the gas cap. This one goes to the diaphragm. This middle one that comes up from the bottom, that just vents to the side of the engine, and the lower one here just goes down to the frame right here and just vents out the bottom. Since these 12mm bolts are the engine mount bolts, you want to tighten those back down right away. So once you've removed the charcoal canister, you can start taking off the hoses. This is the first one, and here's the second one on the right side. And you can move on to taking off these two 10mm nuts right here. And the whole piece should come right off with the hoses right there. You can move that out of the way for now. And you can take off these two 10mm right here. And then take that whole bracket off. And I'll probably get some shorter bolts for here. Two of these bolts, just so that I can fill up the holes for now, just so no gunk gets in there, just in case I ever want to put all this stuff back on. So back to the front of the engine, where we're going to put the block off plates. Here's what IMS provides. You should have two of them in the kit. I'm going to put some Honda Bond on there, just so that it has a good seal. So don't use too much, just enough, like a thin layer to just make sure it's sealed. You don't want this stuff squirting all over. And then just do the same for the other side. Alright, so back to the pump and the hoses. It's still attached by two hoses, this big one right here and the smaller one. This big one actually attaches to the bottom of the airbox here. You'll need to undo a little clip here and then pull it off here. The little one actually attaches to a T joint right here. You just need to pull that off and put a plug on there. So here's that larger hose attached to the airbox. And once you have that hose off, you can use the plug they give you, that they say is for the top of the box, but the top section, actually right in here, it connects to the oil separator. So you want to leave that one on, so just use the plug for the lower section instead. I found it easier to take out the little plastic fitting that was in here, and then just work this piece into here, and then just reinstall the plastic piece when you're done. And then the other small hose, I'm actually just going to pull it off here. And you can just follow it up. And it goes up to this T right here. So you can just pull it off the T. And that's what you have left right there. And you can just put one of the rubber end caps that they give you with the kit. There you go. So what we're left with is just the diaphragm here. I took this piece off just so I can I just took the separator off the bracket here just so I can kind of get some movement out of it. The diaphragm has 3 hoses. This hose just went to the charcoal canister, so that one you can just yank off. This little one on top goes underneath the carb and on the other side. I'll show you that in a sec. And then this one on the back here, this one actually goes at the top of the carburetor. So both hoses that go to the carburetor, this side and the one on the other side, you can just cap off. So all you got to do is yank on the top hose up here, and here's what the top hose looks like right here. And just grab the biggest nipple they gave you and put it on there. Just like that. And here's the other hose. Let's pull this one off right here. That one right there. And put one of the nipples on there. And that's all there is to it. This hose right here is just for this is what I had left over. That's for the gas cap. I'm just going to actually route it through the stem. I'm going to route it right through there, and just so that it flows down, just in case any gas comes up. Otherwise, when you're pulling the stuff off, just be careful. There's all the little hoses in here are easily, like, you can pull them off pretty easy. They're just little. There's just little metal clips holding them on. So when you're yanking on stuff, you might pull one or two off. Just make sure you put it back and double check everything, and you should be good to go.